Oh my goodness, it's almost that time. So I get the little ones out here. My triplets and their fiancés have graduated from 2 different universities. So I got the Rex Fowl graduation ceremony mod so that I can actually have a ceremony and combine the 2 universities together. It's almost impossible to do that with the Discover University pack when you have them going to 2 different colleges in the same household. So I thought, well, we'll make it come together. So this is using the mod, and I downloaded a venue, but I didn't have the packs that the creator had, so I had to rebuild this. And yeah, so this is basically a generic that I'm using. You have to set it generic, because if you have it set to park when you create the event, people may come in. So yeah, I just listed it as generic. And so I added everybody that I wanted to be in the event to my household. So that way I could control them and kind of help make things go a little bit smoother. Took lots and lots of pictures. And it's not like it's just kind of, it doesn't have like where you go up and get your diploma from the stage or anything like that, but you know, it's pretty much just for you to create a storyline and have an actual more of a graduation experience than the rabbit hole that the Discovery University pack gives you, where you just go in a building and then you come back out and throw your hats up. As you see right here, this is the pack experience, but I only have my 2 girls because the way they had it, they're all at the same time, and I can't be in 2 universities at the same time, so I didn't get to see them go in their building, the ones that went to their university, which is why I did this. Of course, you can always leave, don't save, and then come back if you want to do it that way. And then for video purposes, to get both of your Sims graduating, but then of course you have to do it 3rd time so that it will stick, and then have your diploma. So I actually got the diplomas for everybody through the mod, and when they threw their, so what I did here, and then I basically left with the same, and then I went and started on with the mod. I can have both experiences in both videos and pictures and whatnot. Yeah, so I did. As soon as they come out of the building, they will throw their hats up. But as you can see, these guys here haven't thrown their hats because I wasn't able to go with them to the university. See, there it is. They threw their hats up. It's kind of cute. But it's just a rabbit hole. And I'm like, that was a lot of work. I had my triplets and their fiancés, so that's 6 Sims that, through a distinguished degree, got them their degrees. So, and they graduated with honors, so we got their diploma with honors. I didn't use any like grade sheets or anything like that. I did use like the like the drink sheets to cheat their negative exam buffs that they get when they go off to take exams. But it was a lot of work. It was very tedious. So you can see how many people I have here in this household, and I had to make them take a vacation from their school, the ones that were still in school, so that their siblings could attend. Yeah, so I've got the girls' families here and the guys' families here. Yeah, and I had a little problem getting the professor to show up, and that's not the mod's fault. That's something the game does. People don't show up when they say they're on their way. That's an issue I've seen across the board. So, but I really am so thankful for this mod, because it just really gives you more out of your game experience. There's Kazi. Now, he's the first one that I ever sent to college, and he's a judge. So but he does actually do speeches at the university, so it's so appropriate for him to be picked as the professor, because in the mod you get to select 15 guests, and you can select other graduates if your Sims have made friends with any, and then you can select all of your graduates that you want to graduate together, but they will put them in the red and black robe. So if you want your Sims to be in the appropriate robe, like these 2 girls to be wearing green, I had to make them change out of their outfits. So some of the pictures you'll see them wearing red, and the other pictures they're wearing green, because I changed them into their appropriate robe. Now, I would recommend making sure that they're in their robe for all of their outfits, just in case there is sometimes a chance that when they show up, they don't change into their robes. So have them wearing their robes and all their outfits, and that also will prevent them from changing out of their robes. Yeah, so there's Cherry and Cassie. So here we go. And see, they stand up when it's about to begin. So, yeah. And so we've got Lenny and Kenny's parents and grandparents, but the grandparents left, so, but that's okay. Sometimes they will leave. That's why it's better to have them part of your household, add them to your household, so that way you can control them and keep them from running off. Yeah. And then I have the little area over in the corner. We're going to take pictures. And then, oh my goodness, afterwards when we do the dinner, I have the My Wedding Story pack table for instant food, and it puts a lot of food on there. That's plenty for everybody, and you don't like to have to cater or any of that other stuff. And then the cowpoke dance is so funny in this game. I love the Ranch Pack cowpoke dance, so I had some really good little clips. At the very end of this video, I will do like a slideshow, so yeah. But I will put a link in the description of this video to this mod if you are interested in having it for your graduates. And especially if you're somebody who has multiple Sims in the same household going to both different universities. So I thought, well, you know, I'll just combine all the decor and everything, and double universities graduation ceremony. And I probably would not put that bathroom over there in the corner like that. That was where the person who made this lot that I downloaded, that's where they put it, and I couldn't figure out how to remove that whole thing. It was like in parts. It was like, anyway, so I just left it because I didn't have time to like really make my own venue. I did actually have to recreate the whole venue because I didn't have the packs, but it wasn't really much work. Just basically all the chairs and the decor and stuff, and a little bit of landscaping. It wasn't like it was a whole lot of work. But yeah, if I was to ever do this again, I would definitely I would do something different. But this is my flag park in the Windenburg world. And I thought, how pretty. So I have like the ocean in the background from their pictures. And I thought it turned out really pretty. And I'll have another video where I will give them their graduation presents, and their cars and their motorcycles and their helicopter and whatnot. They're not going to go to work yet because they are engaged. So the next big thing I'm going to do is a triplets wedding. Woo, that's good. Right. So, yeah. So here they are. They're going over here. Okay. So we've got the Foxbury on the right and Bridgechester on the left. And so we want to do a couple pictures, but they're going to different colleges. So we're going to do some couple pictures and just graduation pictures. The two blondes are brothers, and Freddie is engaged to Cherry. So yeah. Triplets and their fiancés. And see, I had to get that bathroom out of the picture. Not a good place for a bathroom up there by the stage.
There's me, mama of them all.
And actually, none of them even had to go to the bathroom through the whole ceremony. It was really surprising. I don't know if that's because of the mod kind of blocks their needs like that, but not one of them had to go. So that was kind of cool. I appreciate that. There's Cherry and Freddie in their Foxbury gowns with their Foxbury. Those are actually wedding arches, but I thought they would look really cute because of the colors and everything. So I just took the Foxbury decor and stuff, and then there's the Bridgechester. There's her siblings. They're two sets of twins. Teenagers and kids sets of twins, and then little Jay's around somewhere. He's a toddler. So yeah, Dee's got 9 kids. The triplets are grown up now and have graduated from college and are fixing to get married. Oh yeah. And so to create this event, you basically, once they get their grades in, their final grades, and it'll like have a graduation time for the Discover University pack the very next day. So you want to go ahead and set that. And I set mine early in the morning before the Discover University packs event. But this event is actually this mod is really, really long. It takes a long time. So I would recommend, if you go ahead and do the Discover University pack, then you're already gonna have, like, I think, your diploma and stuff. But I don't think that you will be prevented from going ahead and doing a graduation event also via the mod. So that's why I didn't know. I wanted to test it out. So I actually did both, but I only got one graduation photo and one diploma. So, I mean, it worked out. So they threw their hats, the guys threw their hats on the stage. I think they all threw their hats on the stage. I'm not sure. But because they had actually graduated at the university and threw their hats up and went in the building and completed that, and the guys had not, then I was able to do the combined thing here at this event. Yeah, so it's a little tricky when you have combined. So I would just say, just go ahead and do it through the mod. Just as far as their gowns, they put weird shoes on them, though. That's just something that the mod does. And when I watched the review on the mod, I was warned about that. It was kind of funny. It's just like, anyways, wearing slippers or whatever. But only some of them, because I had put their outfits. I set their outfit to be their robes. But if you don't like the shoes on them, you can just have them change their outfit. Just click on them and change outfit to whatever you want them to wear. And that's how I was able to get them out of the red robe, the girls over there on the left, by having every one of their categories being their graduation gown. Because once they get their grades in, you're going to have that gown. Like, you don't have to graduate to get the gown. Like, you don't have to go through the ceremony to get the gown. There's no cap, though. So once they had gone over to Bridgechester and gone in the rabbit hole, came out, threw their hats up, they didn't have a hat anymore. So I went into CAS and put this funny little hat on there. So I was like, well, we'll just run that.
To avoid flip.
But when the
Okay, they're all looking in the right
via this
direction.
mod,
Now I can get a proper
they
picture.
spawned their hats back on. So I was really, really glad about that. And
Now I'm going to have her take a picture.
so they got to, like, be a part of this graduation completely, even though they technically had already graduated. Yeah, so, and I mean, there's so many more different things that you can do with this mod. I didn't put a whole lot of effort and time into the production. I just wanted them to have a ceremony, and I did want to try the mod out because I thought that was really cool. It's called the FAUX graduation ceremony, but it is,
The little ones in
again,
there.
the robes are red and black. So, but as I explained, you can get around that. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment. Have you ever used this mod? And
See, they can't go in
really
because they're in the
think
middle of
that
a graduation. But that's okay because I've got all the pictures that I want to get.
allows us to use
Yeah.
mods like this. And these mod developers, they give us so much to our game. I just love
Sad
that.
because he
And I
needs a
did
nap on the
use
bird.
the winter festive hedges, and try to size them down because
Needs a
they're
nap.
really pretty.
Oh, he's
up
sad
close
because of
and in
food.
first person point of view. They sparkle because they're
No, he can
technically
drink
real
it.
Christmas decorations, and they have lights that sparkle. So I thought the red and green was so
I have to stay this course because I need them all to get a
But I
graduation.
did have
I think
more
it's
pictures
coming
of
out.
some of the seats are empty. I thought I'd left some seats empty because I thought that they would spawn in other guests. I didn't know if that was going to happen or not. But I didn't really want to like, put anybody
None of
in
them
there
are
extra
laughing at
because I
his
wanted to
jokes.
control them and they'd be wandering
He's
over and
hit
messing
himself
up
on
the
the
video.
head.
So I just
Dude,
kept
it's
it
gonna be
to
okay.
everybody that I can add.
Dobie Helzo. Zoom.
He is given. Well, technically, it doesn't have to give
Okay.
speech.
Okay,
You can
they
put the podium
graduated.
up there
Yes.
if you want to, but just put a microphone.
They're
Make
gonna
sure you
do
put the
the.
microphone.
Okay, so they just. I
not
just
too
got the
far away
notice
from the
that
seat.
they have graduated.
That's one of the things it said in the review.
And so.
Or it won't work or whatever.
Yeah. there's their
So,
diploma.
but you know, you just click on,
Yay.
you know, tell jokes or whatever, and Cassie,
Woo, woo. Okay.
nobody was laughing at his jokes. I don't know if that was because of the mod, and it was like, you know, not letting them laugh, but it was kind of funny that they weren't laughing, I thought. But see, I've got those hedges. I thought they were so pretty. But only in the front because I wanted it all the way around. It's surrounded by water. Windenburg Get Together World is such a pretty world, and so I really wanted that water in the background.
She doesn't have the best camera though.
And we're gonna have some food. Lots and lots of pictures. And also in the fountain in the background in this world, I thought was a really pretty effect for the background of the I love outdoor venues though. I would not have wanted to do this indoors. Like, I have seen some videos of graduations indoors and it looked really nice. It was well decorated. I thought they did a great job, but I just wanted outdoor.
All right.
You know?
That is
I think
The rope net to
being out in the open, and plus because we're going to be dancing and stuff, and I want a lot of space to be able to maneuver the camera around, especially
well, I got it on video, but
oh my gosh, the cowpoke dance is so fun.
and they didn't throw their hat. I didn't know they was going to
And
throw
so
it.
when you go in,
oh well,
and
I
you
did
click
get it on video.
on to do an event, once they get their grade reports in,
Okay, so
you
we're
click
done.
your
Like they have
lot,
everything, but I
and
don't know if I can
you
end
can
it. Will I lose their progress?
pretty much choose any. Like, you could choose the commons on the different universities.
Like the
Of course, you
girls
can go in and decorate them however you want, and
have
you
the
can choose your
graduation
own
stuff.
residence. But if it's not
I don't know because they haven't thrown their hat yet, so I don't know.
So I changed it generic. You can have it at a park, but I personally wouldn't have it at a park. I just think people would wander in or whatever. And then you select the professor, you select the guest, you select the time. You have to do the time, and then you'll get a notification about an hour before the event starts if you want to go ahead and go over there, like go over there early. I recommend doing that, and I accidentally did not click it in time. I was waiting on the little toddler to come out of the house, and so I missed clicking on that. And so what I did is I just traveled. Everybody traveled here.
Okay, so we need to call Tamil.
So I don't know how well, as far as if everybody will spawn correctly. With the game itself being problematic about spawning people to the lots, I wouldn't blame the mod if everybody doesn't spawn. But everybody did, and I don't know why. But I think that is not the mod's fault, because I would invite people to the lot. Just in general, not using this event, but at any time, in any pack or any world, and in any household, trying to invite people over. And sometimes but here we go. Now the dad of Lincoln, Ross is Tux. That's Freddie's uncle, and he stayed with Ross and his wife and kids until he met Cherry and started dating Cherry. Then he moved in at the mansion, lived on the third level quarters or whatever apartment up there, and stayed with them until they graduated from high school, and then they lived in the college house. And Tamati, the guy in the red shirt, he is the house manager, and that is the great uncle of Freddie, because Ross's wife, Tamati, is Ross's wife's uncle. So he's like uncle-in-law. So they're
which
all
is Freddie's
connected.
uncle.
Yeah. So
get the grandparents in there. Well, that's his parents. This is Lenny and Kenny's parents. Their grandparents left.
there's little
They're like,
Jake and Julie. That's the youngest twins.
Before it gets dark, because I don't have lights.
D, my first sim I ever created. This is
They are cutting
the father and the grandmother
up. I
of
got both of them in there.
Lenny and Kenny. Lenny and Kenny come from big households. They're my
Sounds
two
like-
big
I'm
households.
not feeling this dancing.
And Vincent's
I
actually
got
have
her
10
smiling
kids,
this
but
time.
6 of
That's
them are
the grandmother.
adopted.
Where'd
And
the
D
mother
has
go?
9.
Oh well. That's the grandmother and the father.
So, lots of pictures. I thought that was a nice picture.
We'll get Ross in on the action. Get the girl.
And she is a grandmother, but she also had a baby in her late age. So,
We'll have him go over here. Oh my gosh, this cow. Perfect. Now I can get him to take a picture.
it's so much fun.
Oh look, I can
Look
get
at
the
'em
moon in
over there getting
there.
it.
Yeah, nice. For at least one of the pictures.
Oh, I love that. Oh, and look at all the stars. I was so thankful it wasn't cloudy because I thought we were going to have a cloudy overcast. And I hate cloudy days in Sims. And the cheats, the weather cheats is not working, I don't think. I think you have to disable, you have to enable the weather effects in order for the cheats to work. I think that's what it is. And I don't want to enable the weather effects because I don't want the rain and stuff. But, yeah, it was perfect. Nice big moon, starry sky, water fountain in the background. Look at little Jay. He's so cute. That's the youngest. Now see their hats.
Supposed to get a reward.
After their hats disappeared, I put them in. I thought.
Okay.
See how the lights are like sparkling
It's
in the
over.
bushes? I
It's
love that.
over. It's over. Yay.
It represents both colors of both universities.
Ah, that is a perfect picture. I love the cowpoke dance in this game. It's so funny. I think I got, when I get a picture of them like mid-air, that is so awesome. Look at her kicking her legs up. Oh my goodness.
How funny.
I think I got, makes for wonderful pictures. I think we got D in there doing her wiggle wiggle too. Get wiggle wiggle. Get wiggle wiggle. Get wiggle wiggle. Get wiggle wiggle. Here's Cassie. What's the matter with you? Oh, I didn't get him dancing. Well, sometimes they'll just dance on their own, but apparently not always. So we're gonna get him kicking it too. Come on. You are a graduate dude. You are a judge. You should be celebrating. He's like, let me get some space over here so I can get my kicking in. There we go. Alrighty then. Get it, Cassie. Get it, Cassie. Where's Hezaroo?
James even know.
University graduate. Nice. Yay. So I've got graduation ceremony videos.